Rachel Smith here with the Kirby and Christina team to talk to you about some great ideas that you can reach out to your sellers on why now is a good time to sell and really help them overcome any objections that they have. So, one of the things that you can reach out to them is just to talk to them about why it's a good time to sell. They're moving away. Maybe they don't have a home to buy. Maybe they're downsizing to a rental or they're moving out of state. So this one is a pretty easy one to talk about. Why now is a good time to sell. Low inventory. We have really few homes on the market. Buyer demand, even though interest rates are higher in recent years, there's still a lot of motivated buyers. Number three, home values are holding strong. So they are going to have a lot of equity in that home. Number four, spring market is just around the corner, and that is the best time to sell. With warmer weather, which is what we're seeing here, buyers are out in full force. So capitalize on that demand. The next thing I would talk about is, really addressing that objection around finding the next home. You can do contingency offers, make your sale contingent on finding the next home. You can do a rent back agreement, giving yourself an extra 30 to 60 days or even longer if needed. There are temporary housing options too, so that's the third thing you could talk to them about. And number four is just being creative with negotiation. You're there to help them. As part of the strategy, you can work with them to ensure that you're aligned with that selling and buying timeline. The next thing I think is something we have to just address, and the fact that a lot of people feeling locked in with those interest rates. Even though they're locked in with that low rate, the good news is they're usually in a strong position because they've got a lot of equity in that home, and that gives them flexibility in terms of options. You can buy down your rate. There's always the option to refinance down the road. We are projecting that rates are going to decrease definitely by the end of the year and even as you move into 2026. And finally, let's talk about that adjustable rate mortgage. There are arms out there. You can do a five and one arm. You can do a seven. You can do, outside of that, we talked about the buying down the rate. You could do a buy down of the rate for the whole 30 years. You can do a 2-1 buy down. In talking to lenders, they think that the more of the 2-1 buy down is a better deal because you can, even if you refinance during those first couple of years, you still have, they're basically prepaying your interest. You still have that money, and that money comes back to you if you decide to refinance before those 2 years. So again, really good options here for people that are stuck in that with those low rates. You can buy your rate down temporarily or long term. You can use seller closing costs, seller paid closing costs to do that. Another option then is that refi down the road, and then finally, considering an ARM. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for your time, and excited for you guys to use this and make moving for your sellers a reality.